too many times. Feeling like it never ends. Back again, square one. Tried to leave myself behind, looking for a better place, not to stay alone. Gain our trust and you chose to break it. Ask for truth but you only fake it. You thought you said what we had was sacred. It's all lies, all lies. I was broken and isolated, but inside held the fire waiting. Not a word that you say can save this, so don't try, 'cause this time you crossed the line. Didn't think I'd go this far, but here we are, the end. Now you're just a lesson learned, a slowly fading memory, so I can breathe again. Gain our trust and you chose to break it. Ask for truth but you only fake it. You thought you said what we had was sacred. It's all lies, all lies. I was broken and isolated, but inside held the fire waiting. Not a word that you say can save this, so don't try, 'cause this time you crossed the line. Didn't think I'd go this far, but here we are, the end. Now you're just a lesson learned, a slowly fading memory, so I can breathe again. Gain our trust and you chose to break it. Ask for truth but you only fake it. You thought you said what we had was sacred. It's all lies, all lies. I was broken and isolated, but inside held the fire waiting. Not a word that you say can save this, so don't try, 'cause this time you crossed the line. Turned. Didn't think I'd go this far, but here we are, the end. Now you're just a lesson learned, a slowly fading memory, so I can breathe again. Gain our trust and you chose to break it. Ask for truth but you only fake it. You thought you said what we had was sacred. It's all lies, all lies. I was broken and isolated, but inside held the fire waiting. Not a word that you say can save this, so don't try, 'cause this time you crossed the line.
Hello everybody and welcome to Euro Truck. We've been meaning to stream this for a couple of years. I picked it up on a sale for £1 on Steam, and we never actually got to play. I only like re-downloaded it again because I actually uninstalled it, re-downloaded it again. We're going to fire it up and see if we can figure out how to play it, because I thought when I tried it last time, the menu systems were an absolute catastrophe. I fired up today with that previous save, and my truck just kept on trucking along and stalling out, so I had no idea what the hell was going on. But welcome in there, everybody. Yeah, welcome in there, Rolty and Penguin. I suppose we'll start this up. One thing I found quite amusing is that some of these pictures, there was the one that I'd selected, which we're going to do the same again today. You would think that it was from, like, I don't know, maybe it was a photo in a booth in a truck stop, is all I'm going to say. So we've got our name in there. We have our truck stop, call girl. Pick our truck design. I suppose it doesn't make much difference. Just go black truck. And company logo. What represents disaster? Is it fire? And of course, there's only one name for our company that we can choose. If I just put the control down for a minute. Has to be. An evening happy cat lady there as well. Should that be a capital I? It's going to be a capital I. Mine's also a red head with the fire logo. Oh, it has. I mean, as soon as you see that, clearly that was on like a little business card that was in like the stalls in some CD truck stop somewhere. I don't think there's anything else that we need to do. One thing I will say is, right, the menu screen here. When I turned the game on just before, this menu screen was running at 15,000 FPS. So I've had to go into NVIDIA's control panel and just put a 60 frame cap on the game. Because as much as it's the 3080, it revved up to 75% just to display the screen. Okay, I don't think there's anything else that we need to do here to create a new game. So we'll go create. We're going to use that's just. I haven't got a steering wheel. Let's just say keyboard. What the hell's this gearbox? It's simple. Let's not complicate it. So why did the chicken cross the road? To get to the other side. I don't know, but I say we count how many times it crosses. Yeah, we're going to sit there and watch it. Okay, select your city you want to start in. Shall we go for home? We'll go for home.
Enjoyed with friends. Happy_cat_lady. Mind if I join the party and have a bite of that mouth-watering treat?
Well, happy cat, share the cookies. Yeah, we'll select home back in Newcastle. I'm not sure what DLCs I got, but I got some DLCs with it. Oh, hang on, I've got the wrong menu open. This is why my hand here is confusing me. Exclamation mark heist, followed by a string of numbers. I've been a good cat today, but no cookies for Ada. Is it still sore from where she spanked you last week? Okay, we're going to confirm the selection. Do you want to walk through the tutorial? We better do the tutorial. I recently learned that it's not just a joke with no punchline, but a play on the other side being deaf. It's is its roots in dark humour, royalty? Oh, let's just move this microphone down a bit. Oh, what was that joke that I had? Oh, what the hell's going on here? I thought I turned all the crappy music off. Welcome to Euro Truck 2. Oh, you see the Millennium Bridge and all that in the background. Hang on, those buildings don't look in the right place. They're not in that order. Can we get over there? Can we get out and walk? Is there a chance to experience your dream job of driving a truck? Your own transportation company is now open for business, but sadly you lack money to buy a truck. For now you'll have to work for other companies and drive whatever they dump on us. Your task is to safely drive a load of canned beef to Selpan Docks in Newcastle. Never heard of that dock. Your plan is to provide you with a vehicle and covers all expenses. Oh, good, because we're going to incur some expenses. Don't let anyone down. Arrive on time. Oh, I didn't know this was going to be a time trial game. Evening, Frodo. So we have to take the beef somewhere else here in Newcastle. I'm so good at crashing this game. I think I'll give you a good run for your money, royalty. I need to pause the game before I bring. Can I? Oh, let's get to the menu. Oh, it's making me do a tutorial. Oh, no, just let me get to the menu. Hang on. We just need to make a. I'm sure I turned all the music and stuff off, unless when I deleted my save file, it's reset. It looks like it's reset everything. Oh, what a pain in the ass. Radio. No radio, thank you. All the way down. Oh, I can't remember which ones it was I had all turned off. Craig David, mate, welcome in there. What sort of mischief you been causing today?
That disguises a hole in the ground with a lifelike Craig Dav 1D painting. When Craig Dav 1D approaches, Craig David's cat eagerly jumps into the hole, only to realize it was a trap he set for herself.
Gotta watch out for that cat, we keep telling you. But I hope you're doing alright there tonight. And yes, I just saw your message before the stream. Yes, you missed the chicken stream on Saturday. I'm just having a little scan down here because I wanted to right, what truck volumes, truck, trailer noise volume, world ambient thingies, interior volume, radio. We better check the graphic settings as well before we proceed then. Oh, does this let me choose where I want it? Oh, I can individually tailor where it goes to, but it's fine for now. Beep, rumble. Oh, I hate it when we're going to have to restart the game because you know what these things are like. I'll just put that in the middle because the stream will, my stream setup will deal with the rest. But yeah, I take it that's the only radio one. Alright, let's just go to graphics. I've got some seeing highs and ultras. Yeah, that looks okay. Okay, we'll bring that back and hopefully. Is there another one labeled music? Hang on. Right. UI music volume. Right, that one's turned off. But I'm going to double turn it off as well. Turn that hillbilly stuff off. Intro logos volume. I don't know what the hell that is, but that can go the distance as well. Oh yeah, music volume here. I see it. Turn that one off. Anything else? Is like the game's voice enabled? No. CB stuff. I assume that's actual people's voices rather than... Yeah. Right, I think we've sussed it. I can't even remember what music I selected for you guys to listen to because I don't get to hear it. What's up there? Don't worry, 90% of the stream. Is that you're going to fall asleep in the back of the cab? Okay, so I may have... Right, press E to do this. Have I plugged... Oh, maybe it's just not letting me do the controls at all. Maybe it's... When I tried it this afternoon, it let me use the controller for a few minutes. But I think I'll have to use the keyboard and mouse to get through the tutorial. Unless I can change that. Hang on. Escape. We'll get to play the game. Definitely. Controls. So it's control disabled. Keyboard and controller. There we go. Right, we've definitely got a controller here. Alright, so what's going on here? Oh, what's going on here? When I tried it before, the triggers did the acceleration, not pressing forward. Oh, this is a disaster. This is a disaster and we're only just bloody starting. Right, we're going to exit this and go back and try and figure out what the hell the controls are then. I knew this game was going to be awful. So, what have we got here? Maybe it's this one? Controller subtype? No, that's not doing anything either. If we can't get this restored, it's going to be a very, very short stream because I'm not playing without being able to use the trigger. That's not going to be it. Controllers. We missed just something. Oh, there's all sorts of other inputs here. What's these one do? Surely it was that one. Shouldn't have erased that save file, should I? Why isn't that just a thing? Just say use the triggers as accelerator and brake. Because it just did it this afternoon. That was just the way it was. Hang on, that hasn't applied. Because that was back to wheel thing there. Is there an apply button I was supposed to use? Let's just exit that and go back into that same menu. Right, now it's still saying joystick there. Nah, absolutely nothing. Oh, great. Well, tonight's stream may end abruptly. If we can't figure this one out. Oh, see, I knew this game was awful. Let's just try it on this one and see what happens. No, nothing. I mean, you can't even press start on the controller to bring up the menu. Yeah, I think it's going to be a control-delete job. What are all the other options here? Surely it's got to be control of that one there. And we haven't got a wheel, so it's got to be the gamepad thing. Transmission there. What the hell was different than actually? Let's unplug the controller and plug it back in again. No, nothing's happening. Well, this is not going well. Maybe we'll just put something else. We might change games and play something different if we can't get this figured out in the next few minutes. Let's see. Automatic. Right, so it's in here that I can use those as that. Yay! Yeah, so far this game scores 2 out of 10. But okay, let's continue. Okay. What did I miss whilst I was going through all those ridiculous menus? Lazy Titan as well there, welcome in. I think there was a button I could press that gives me a better view of the sat-nav. There we go. So I think for this tutorial we're just delivering this stuff around the block. But what sort of mischief has everyone been getting themselves up to? Let's see, there are other camera views available. Pressing these buttons. Now, delivering a trailer. Skilled truck driver can... or should we make it as complicated as possible? So if you don't feel up to the challenge, you can just drop the trailer where you are and run. Also, the settings are a pain in the ass. They seem... yeah, I mean, that's one of the things that put me off this game. Because when I first downloaded it after I picked it up, a couple of years ago, the menu system is really, really badly designed. No one will convince me other than that. Let's see if we can get this in. Well, maybe it'll be better off in this bay. I think when I watched Toss do this, he had to get insurance because if you crash once, you're screwed. Yeah, I think when I tried it, you see, the car, the truck kept on saying that it had... kept on saying... I was trying to drive around the motorway, and it just kept on cutting out. Did I win? We gained 1 XP, everybody. Was that 1 XP of a potential 40, I think it was. As I managed to flip my nose. Oh yeah, I'm definitely going to be... There'll be a lot of flipping involved. I'm multitasking at the moment, watching the stream while helping out a fellow... Oh, you're on the Warframes tonight there. Oh, this is our shack. This is your headquarters. It's a pretty basic garage. It may not be much, but it's a start. Unfortunately, you haven't got anything to park here yet, so there's no trucks in sight. Once you've made enough money and bought a truck, you will be able to move in the world freely. and run your own business from here. Good luck. Okay. Let's see. It says here is your progress, and it's got like the picture of that stripper that we picked up from the truck stop is on the side. So you can see your progress. Am I meant to click on that? Okay. All right. Pick your job. Get hired as a professional driver. No fuss. Everything is provided for you. Just pick the job. Okay. Newcastle to Edinburgh. Should we do that one because it's close? Evening Mayhem as well there, and welcome in. Also, hey now, you backed that in like yeah, I got 1 XP. 1 XP for 1 parking. I think we probably lost all the XP because of all the carry on with the accelerator, and we were just like across multiple lanes on the road. Okay, so how do these ones work then? Oh, go press trigger. I can change frame. They're mostly all to just local runs. Actually, I don't know where that is. That sounds like a long trip. 27 hours. Should we do something short though, just to get the feel of it? We're going to deliver the cheese. I can't reverse at all. I always choose the simple one and less XP. Oh, we're going to make life more difficult for us, and we're going to we're going to select the difficult one each time. So how do I begin the job? Toggle help on and off with that. Are we doing the job? Oh no, I see it now. It's take job on the bottom there. We've got to press. Wait for it to load. Okay, are we good to go? You press this to start the engine. Is there a cruise control in this, like in Farming Sim? Can we get there before that white car? We'll let it cross the junction. Because you can, like construction sim, you can get fined as well in this, can't you? Okay, straight over the roundabout. I have to get used to the handling on this truck. Hey, look at him, he didn't even look. Right, where's the dash cam? Yes, when I got my own truck, I didn't realise I had to drive to start picking up points. Chose a job on. Oh, so yeah. Oh, so if, for example, we're going to Edinburgh. Oh, is that an average speed camera? Oh man. So we're going to Edinburgh. So if we're starting from Newcastle. If we like picked a job that said that had to pick up from Edinburgh, we would actually have to drive from Newcastle out to pick it up before we could. Oh, the average is 30. Right, I can just see the 30 on the thing there. Oh, there we go. Floor it. It's 60, but I assume because of the type of truck, realistically, we're only supposed to go 50. Where are we going? We're going to Edinburgh, aren't we? They're heading up the A1. Evening, Gary, and welcome in. On our way to Edinburgh. Well, I suppose we're going to slow down for these corners. Hey, what is it we're hauling? I didn't even see what we were hauling. Actually, is the load still on us? Oh, look at that. That giant eyesore. Coming through. No one likes that thing. Was it when I was down in at Plymouth, I chose a job that started in Edinburgh. It was delivered very late. No fast travel. As soon as you get the cash money, we will get yourself a Volvo. Do you play this one, Craig David? The fuel cost was phenomenal. Well, it's just like real life then, isn't it? Actually, we should get in the proper lane here. Actually, I wasn't even looking at the sat nav, I was just following the signs for Edinburgh. Oh look, Gary. It's the fuzz. Have a good cat today, maybe I should have a cookie. You're just teasing Ada now. Oh, you know this one, Craig David. You know, once I get the hang of it, cause I know that there's quite a few you do have the game. Once I get the hang of it, I mean, we got over that 15-20 minute hurdle of getting the controller to work. Is anything coming in that line? Because I think you can do like there is some type of multiplayer, and I don't know what the gameplay is like in a multiplayer on this. Oh, coming through. But we could all give it a go or something. At the minute though, well, we're just learning how to play. So how long does it tell me, like, how long you've actually got? Oh, apparently I got fined 40 quid. Why do the engine noises just keep on disappearing? Should I be concerned about that? I don't even know what we're going to find for, to be honest. So there, Titan, power went out. Oh, you got a storm over your way. Make sure you get everything unplugged then. You don't want to like risk your computers getting damaged or anything like that. Titan. I have it but deleted it. Right, you have to get it re-downloaded, Gary, for the next one. Gotta watch your speed. There's also a red light. Oh, well, truckers will be going straight for the red light districts, won't we? Oh, hang on, I should maybe slow down for this this corner. Like, you know, you can like feel it doing the correct side of the controller vibrating when we hit the side of the road. So is there a cruise control to this, or can I set the am I able to set the oh, what the hell do you call it? Because the last wagon that I drove, it was a limiter. It had a limiter, not the so it was quite handy because it was a really uncomfortable truck, and the day before my ankle was in agony, holding the accelerator until the fella at the delivery place showed me how to use the limiter, because it was the first time I'd driven one, and it was great. I just put my foot all the way to the ground, and the limiter just capped it. Could have put a brick on top of the accelerator. Cruise control is C on the keyboard. Oh, I just got fined another 20 quid. It said it was on the company's expense though, so that's okay. I feel like we're going to tip over. We are tipping a fair bit here. So if I press C, if I accelerate a bit, so will that just maintain where I'm at now and press C? We're at 52 miles now, 51. Oh, there we go, right. I think it's holding at 50, which is realistically the limit for this vehicle, isn't it? Technically, we shouldn't be overtaking on this sort of junction. Where does it tell me how long we've got to go? I've got on the. Well, I know you guys can't see. Actually, I'll flick over to the other panel so you can see everything that I can see. So on the side of the screen, I've got this, and when I quickly fired it up this afternoon, as I said, this thing here changes like that. But is that supposed to be an indication? You know, it says 32 miles. Is that? How does this game measure the distance? Is it trying to use scale miles in an unscaled world? So I was wondering what that would be in real units, in like our time. So it says 40 minutes at the moment. Does that mean 4 minutes? So as emotes change to text, it's a bug. Oh yeah. Did something come up on the top there that didn't display properly? It sometimes does that when I use my like the teacup emoji in other people's streams. It sometimes just puts the text in. Maybe that Mr. Smith pulled the cables out when we weren't looking. Okay, Glasgow, Edinburgh, this way. So far are we doing alright then? Are we winning? Do we need to like pull in for fuel? Keyword being yet royalty. Was that, it usually happens more often when you use two of the same emotes beside each other. Like without a space. So, because realistically, it's just sending a text string, and then it's still then being converted into the emoji. So if it's got no space between it, do an experiment. Try like putting a set of like maybe like 3 emojis with a space and 3 emojis without a space, and see if we can get it to glitch. Is that one without a space? Oh, hang on, we've got to turn off here. Was it? You have to follow the speed limits rules, that otherwise you get tickets or fines. More of a simulation game. Time's compressed. Oh, maybe there's like a thing we can get where it'll show me in what our reality time's going to be, so that I can or I knew what the difference was. We could calculate it. So is that one just is that one without the spaces where you've got your Lulu thing? Actually, one with the spaces bugged out this time. Which way we're going? Round the roundabout. I suppose I put some brakes on here. Edinburgh's been discovered, everybody. Oh, we discovered it. Can we rename it? The locals don't get a choice. Isn't that how we conquer things in the British Empire? Okay, where are we dropping this off? I'm assuming it's in here where we're going. Yeah, it's in here. It looks like they're copy and pasting where we were before. What's that? I press the following key to handle the job. Okay, I said we're going to go for the complicated ones each time, just to complicate things. Join your Discord that reminds me. I'm going to have to get this spinned around here, aren't I? Is there space to turn around here? Yeah, there's a gear in there somewhere. Well, it's not the way I wanted to go, but I'll take it. Nope. Yep, forward. The problem I've got now is I don't know how close it is to that other truck. Yeah, it's going right into it. Oh, no. I managed to just skip it a bit. Okay. Oh, what was that there, Penguin there? I actually have some memes for Discord. You remind me. Oh, you put some more daft stuff up for one. Right, let's change that into gear. Ada's AI is going to take over the world. Oh, we know that. We know we're slowly generating Skynet here. But it's okay because Craig David's going to save us, though. Still can't get the hang of emotes. I kind of cheat as well for myself though as well because some of I put them on my stream deck so I don't have to like find them in the menus. Trains and trains and aviation. Thank you for the follow and welcome in there, mate. You join us tonight. This is my first time playing the Euro Truck Sim. And after 20 minutes of arguing with the controller to get it to work properly... Oh, bugger. Hang on. Let's just see if we can get this wheel straightened up a bit here. I think we've got too many turns on it. But welcome in there though, mate. Why do I keep doing that? I can't remember the thing maintains the thingy there, doesn't it? Let's just try and use the mirrors. Alright, are we? No, we're bollocksing up again. Alright, let's just go really forward until it straightens up. Right. Are we driving straight? I need to pull a clip for that. Oh, just thinking of The Good Life, royalty. Lake is on offer today. That was a bit of a jump. But Lake is on offer on Steam. We're really bollocksing this up here, aren't we? That other one went in so smoothly.
Frodolotta33 wants to bouncy with the lazy titan _ is all set to marry R0 Yalp 3A and are going to kill R0 Yalp 3A.
Uh-oh, it's an insurance job. Hang on, that says it's green. I'll take it. Cargo is ready to unload. Press Y. Yay! Yeah, we got more than 1 XP. All right. What the hell's all this? Unassigned skill point. Does this mean the engine doesn't catch fire as often? Is that what this symbol is telling me? Marry me to get closer to Chrissy. Oh, is that what it's all about? So what do I need to click on here? Just one of these? I don't know what that is, but we'll just have whatever it is. Okay, keep track of your garage, hire new drivers. Oh, that sounds like a complication, but don't do an extra complication today.
Paper, scissors, lizard, Spock, happy_cat_lady won as lizard eats paper. Congratulations.
My cat lady wins. And Mr. V, welcome in there, mate. What was it? Keep track of your garage, hire thingy magic. Yeah, that sounds like a complication. Can we just do another job until we get the hang of it a bit more? But what trouble are you getting yourself up to? You said that's so have I clicked onto something random that was some sort of hazmat-y thing? Oh, I can carry explosives. Ooh, that sounds like a plan, Royalty. Okay, where should we go? Where should we go this time? Should we do something a little bit further afield? Or should we do something short? Is that a 22 ton from Edinburgh to Carlisle? That's quite it's a short trip. Yeah, we'll actually... No, I don't want to go to Aberdeen. That's just a horrible place. Let's not go there. There's a couple of Edinburgh to Carlisles. Should we just do Edinburgh to Carlisle and see where we go from there? Just short ones till we get the hang of it. The skill points unlock things like more precious cargo, longer routes, etc., helping you earn the extra pennies. Okay, we are going to Carlisle. Disappointingly, not with a haul of explosives. I want to go this way. This way. Here we go. Out of the way, yellow car. It must be a chef. It's mustard coloured. Who put that curve there? So, is there any pedestrians wandering around the place? So I'm not actually sure I read... Hang on. Ooh, I swallowed down the wrong way. What was it? I'm not sure I really use it apart from docs and my own... Oh, is that the emojis there you're saying? Just out of curiosity, does anyone else have this? I swear that... Well, we're probably not playing the game. I would imagine by the time that we get into it, it's going to be like Farming Sim, because we don't play Farming Sim the way it was intended. Okay, there's a complication on this road that we've already encountered, but it's okay. That's what the hard shoulder's for. You get photographed going the wrong way. I'm sure there'll be a gap in the road where we can get onto the correct lane. We're definitely following this road though. We could have gone down on that junction and corrected ourselves, but you know. Oh. Oh, 40 quid fine. That's right, for realism of the window. Oh, it says I've got mail and the sat-nav disappeared. Oh, why would you change lanes like that? Oh, can I thread the needle? Oh, we did it. We didn't hit either of them. Extra 25 points. So one of my driving instructors, he said to me, "Put points, not prizes," on the license. Wow, there's no gaps at all on this motorway to get across onto the other lane. Oh, we've missed the junction as well. Right, we have to find somewhere to turn around. Avoid all traffic and still manage to flip. Well, I actually recalculated the route now. It says we can go this way. But we should probably turn around and go the way it wanted us to. Although I'm saying that, this road might be now ideal because it's recalculated the route. Alright, let's just get back in the correct lane. Was that the Happy Cat talking about live, live on the 10 o'clock news? Yeah, no, nobody use this dash cam footage. What's this one with A68? What was that, an answer to Ada's question? You were playing with the puppies today. I suggest turning off traffic offences and damage. No, we're going to add those levels. We're going to add those sorts of complications in. Also use voice navigation. Has this thing got? How does the voice navigation thing work on it then? Oh, what button did we decide was cruise control? Actually, how fast are we going? 56. C for cruise control. Ah, there we go. I can rest my finger a little bit. I was saying that we might have to put the brakes on and slow down a bit because the next road is wiggly. Or can we just go in a straight line? I mean, if there's no barriers there, we might be able to cut the wiggly bits. Ah, there's barriers. Nope. Yeah, I'm going to put the brakes on here a bit. It's usually Chrissy's navigation system. We have missed loads of turns. Got Darth Vader never. Yeah, on the Tom Toms. I remember. Yeah, I don't know. I assume it's still available. There's the Darth Vader voice for them. I had Sylvia. For my old Tom Tom. It doesn't work on the current one, like on the newer model that I've got, but on the old one I had we had Sylvia, who it was apparently it was a stripper who did the voice. She just little moans and tells you to keep right. As you go, take the 5th exit. Ooh, that's my favourite. Do you think the barriers weren't here? We could go straight across. Somewhere I have an MP3 recording of it. I'll stick it on Discord if I can find it. Is the cruise control working?
R0 Yalt 3A wants to bouncy with R0 Yalt 3A. is all set to marry R0 Yelp 3A, and are going to kill R0 Yelp 3A.
You're getting the full works on yourself there, Rollty. Sorting things out for yourself. Yep, self-care. Was it? Sorry, I was called away. That's why I have the. Sorry, that's why I have the keyboard. Calling the close brackets will always look like a smiley face. Yeah, I mean, I still do that on all of them rather than. I mean, it's a bit of a pain because you've got to press the Windows key and the full stop to get like the emojis menu to pop up on Windows, and then of course you've got on top of that you've got the extra emoji menu on the side, which is all the Twitch dedicated ones. What's that there? That's why. Hang on, let's get past this truck. Hang on, should I be concerned about fuel? We're passing petrol stations. Where does it tell me my fuel? Oh, is that it there? Just above the sat-nav thing. It looks like we've got 3/4 of a tank, which will be alright.
_cat_lady. Embrace your inner foodie. It's time to try unconventional culinary experiments. Like pairing pickles with peanut butter or putting sprinkles on your spaghetti. Who knows, you might discover a bizarre gourmet delight.
There you go, Happy Cat, you have a mission. What was that as well, Royalty? That's what they call self-service. Did you try the ice cream with your midnight shreddies that we were talking about a few days ago? Does it make sure there's enough fuel for the run there, Mr. V? Or at least I hope there's going to be. I get a funny feeling though that it's F5. Right, can I just reach that for a second? Yeah, you know that bit where I said we should have turned off and we should have turned around and gone back? I've just looked at the map. We really should have turned around and gone back the other way, because we're now going to cross the Hexham Road. We're going all the way down and back to Newcastle, and then we're going to turn off on the. Oh, what is the number of the road? Is that not the 60? Yeah, that must be the 68, isn't it? No, it says that's what this one is. You haven't got the right road. Always embrace the inner foodie. Yeah, that's what the ice cream with shreddies. Shreddies is what we were talking about. It came out. It came out randomly in one of the things. One of the things we were talking about. Chrissy finally tried bread and gravy today. Because Chrissy's a fussy eater, isn't he? He's an awkward bugger. Right, this is where we need to turn off. It sounds like there's something rattling. Can anyone else hear that? But if you're having, let's say you're having like, let's say like a part of your meal, you've got like maybe some chips and some gravy. If you've got a bun for a chip buddy, or a few slices of bread for it to make a little chip buddy, you've got to dip it in the gravy, otherwise what on earth are you doing? Right, there's nothing coming. Let's just get out a little bit wide. Yeah, turn it, turn it. Right, now we're going to go the Hexham Road. I couldn't count the number of times that I've driven along there, this road, because you get halfway along and you turn off for Hartside. Although that's been burnt down because they burned it down for the insurance. If that was still open and I was passing, I would break my no cakes rule, because they used to have I can't remember what it's called now. There was a cake thing that I used to get from there that was really, really, really good. What on earth is it called? It's got like the bottom layer is a biscuity thing. It's usually served in a square. Bottom layer is like a thickish biscuity bit. Then you've got like, so is it like the toffee type stuff, and then you've got like a slab of chocolate on the top. I can't think what they're called now, because I can't remember the name of any of the bloody cakes and stuff anymore. It's been so long. I met him when he only ate. Sorry, the only meat he had with. He won't have bacon sandwiches, will he? Definitely something wrong with that lad, isn't there? And he always had his roast potatoes on a separate plate to the rest of his food because he didn't like them touching. Yeah, we're gonna have to. We're gonna have to work. We're gonna have to work on him and get those bacon sandwiches into him. Force feed him. We have to hold him down and feed him the bacon sandwiches. Got to mash them together. Exactly, you've got to mix everything together for all the different flavours and textures. Is it a caramel square? Is that what those? I can't remember. The only cake that two cakes I can remember the names of was the opera dessert thing that I used to get from Morrison's years ago, and the festival cake. Same again, that used to be from Morrison's. But they haven't had those in for about a decade. Over we go. Right, taking up 2 lanes here. Got to have a big... Yeah, that's what we had for our breakfast this morning. We had bacon and fried egg sandwiches. Eggs fresh from the tank. He'll eat pork sausages now, though. We'll slowly beat it into him. We really have saved this man from bland food. Oh, poor Chrissy. So I hope he's doing all right there. He's been behaving himself. Or they're called Millionaire Shortbread. So that name sounds familiar as well. Both the names sound familiar. That you said that it probably depends on where you are as to which one they get. But at Heartside Cafe, the one that they used to have there was absolutely lovely. Oh, slow down, we're turning off here. And we made it. We didn't flip it. Someone has to for the greater good. Best baked goods in 15 seconds. Oh, hang on, turning off here, turning off. Carlisle discovered. They can keep it. Was it there? He says no, he'll never behave. He also says hi to everybody. Well, evening, Chrissy. Oh, red light, red light. So flip. We're getting there in the end. Oh, green light. There we go. We did one traffic thing correctly. As I was saying, evening there, Chrissy. Hope you've been behaving yourself. I'm saying that, I know you haven't. But you have to drop in and say hello at some point, because it's been 2 months since you last spoke. Oh, unless Chrissy's not speaking to me anymore. Mangoes. Yeah, well, where is Mr. Smith? Now, we go for the complicated one because we can. Was it I used to make homemade millionaire shortbread? I haven't quite in some time. So maybe See, one thing as well, I miss all that icing as well. It's somewhere on the Discord. If you just have a look for like post photographs from the chocolate thief. Yeah, he's skiving off, Frodo. I'm assuming that we're parking this somewhere around here. Can we get out and walk? Unless maybe it's just not around here. You're going through the whole pantry there with the different exclamations. I'm still stunned, as I was saying the other day, that you just haven't figured out the Star Trek ones. Can we get a...
Shame. Shame.
Where's the bay? Can we get out of the truck and walk around? Oh, I haven't got any legs. Apparently I've turned the indicators on. I don't know what I pressed, but the indicators are now on. Yes, and Jaffa discovered the almost 2 years hidden coffee command. Where on earth are we taking this? Yes, you're locked up for coffee. Of course, when you ate... Oh. That's Royalty's favouriteest word ever. Oh, the shoulder buttons do the... I put my hazard lights on because I hold both of them. No, I think we definitely need them. You'll never catch me. Pulled pork and cheese buns with potato salad. Oh, is that what you're making now? One thing, guys, if you haven't tried it, cheese savoury sandwich with bacon, but the bacon's got to be like freshly cooked. No, so it's hot on like the cold and or room temperature cheese. Does anyone know where we're dropping this off? I can't see where the parking space is for it. And maybe it's just not round here. Maybe it was round the front. Okay, we definitely can't get out of the truck. And have a look around. Can we straighten that up? Right, straighten the wheels. Ish. It must be somewhere over there, because I can't see a parking bay anywhere around here. We drove into this bit, Mr. V, and it said, it came with the option saying choose your parking space. And I chose the complicated one, and I kind of see it. I'm going to try and see if I can get us back out to that entrance, though. And we'll see if we can like click on it, maybe select it again, perhaps. But of course, reversing is a bit of an embuggerment here. Right, I'm going to go forward and turn around rather than try to reverse out here because we're... Oh, 2% damage. To the wall of the truck. Alright, this is not a lot of space to turn around in. Because there's nothing here. There's nothing here for like the square that says park me here. You think of anywhere, it would be right here. Was it there to the left as you're reversing? It's a nasty 90-degree turn. This one's absolutely... Yeah, let's never come back to Carlisle again. Right, let's just go on here again. press A. So I'm going to press that. Okay. So it's got to be around the back. Gone too far, gone too far. No, I keep forgetting that the wheels don't, like, as soon as I press the release the control, the wheels still stay turned. Turn that a bit. Right, are the wheels straight? The wheels are kind of straight. Right, quick, before it changes his mind. Like swaying all over the place. Now we're going to hit that thing now. It's like swaying back and forth like some sort of... What, so what was that from Ada there? What are some of the major themes explored in space? You're not far from the truth. Oh, Battlestar was really good. Yeah, I don't think we're going to get much of a payout on this one, Mr. V. We already took the wrong route to get here and travelled twice the distance that we really realistically could have done. Oh, bugger, wrong. Ah. We couldn't mess this one up anymore if we tried. I mean, can they not just unload it here? I'll help them carry it across to the walkway. Wait, the wheels look vaguely straight now. Right. What inconsiderate company has... Exactly, why have they made the loading area this awkward to get into? Oh. Oh. Hey, we almost could have had a spin in there. Oh, look at those cables stretching. Well, there is a reason that our company is Deathloop Incorporated. I mean, you saw our profile picture. It was clearly from one of those special cars that you find in a CD truck stop. Come on, just get out and push. Quick, before it changes from green. Oh, we're actually going to stop the vehicle first. Oh, we did it. Okay, did we win that time? It says excellent, so the contents mustn't have been too badly destroyed. Okay, we'll go back to do another one of these. Should we do something in Newcastle to this place? Oh, we're going to get on the boat. I thought it might take us through the tunnel. Okay, I mean, we'll take that one. So we're going down the Hull. Down the Hull. Jumping on the ferry. What could possibly go wrong? Okay, out of here and turn that way. Does this game, if depending on what country you're in, does the game have like the correct side or the incorrect side to drive on? So like if we go across to Europe, do we all have to drive on the incorrect side of the road? Well, this is the 30 zone. Where's our speedometer thing again? Oh, how am I supposed to focus on that? Tiny. Okay, there's the 39-mile-an-hour limit, and we're doing a bit more than that. Oh, it's got speed cameras as well. Smile for the camera. Is that, yeah, yes, it does, and yes, for it's the right side of the road. Oh, that was 300 odd quid we got fined there. Oh well, might as well make the best of it. Keep my finger down on the accelerator. Okay, turning off here. I assume that we're heading to Hull. Surely that would be where the for Newcastle. That would be if you're not getting on at the Royal Keys. Surely that you're going down to Hull and getting on. That's where we went when we went to Belgium. We got the boat, the overnight boat. That was when we did the World War One trenches tour across Belgium and France. There we go, I've turned the cruise control on. Definitely lots of places. I can't remember all the names of the places that we visited, the various like museums and memorials. It's definitely a trip that if you get the opportunity, you should take it. Oh, are you aware there, Craig? You're leaving us in the hands of the AI. Hashtag sacrifice Craig David. But you have a good night there, mate, and thank you for coming in. You behave yourself, and we'll catch you later on. And don't forget that the chicken stream, you can catch up with it on the YouTubes. It went live this afternoon. This is my babies. So that sounds cool. I say it was a good trip. We went. We were various different like trends. We went to the Somme and also the memorial that's there. Oh, hang on, I've got a bit off there. I forget the name. There was a Canadian one where we could actually go down in. The Canadian ones didn't only have the the trenches. When you think about it, it's only like a few meters deep tunnels. They're the actual underground complex that you could actually go into for some of the more heavy duty ones. Immaculately maintained it was. We just got to find another 100 odd quid. What for? How fast are we going? 70 in a... Actually, no, it could be 90 in a... well, this guy here is going that fast as well. Surely he should get a fine. One of the things, well, in... is it pronounced Ypres? Where they have the mayonnaise gate, where they do the last post every night, where they have done for, well, almost every night for 100 years, over 100 years. Must be by now. Actually, it will be, because they had you can see the recording on YouTube of the 100-year like special event. well, been to Eden Camp in Yorkshire. That's got loads of things in the different. It's a converted prisoner of war camp, and there's all different in each one of the cabins that used to hold the prisoners. There's like different. What do you call it? Different things for going through the history of the Second World War. But also we went to when we were in what the hell do you call the place? Orkney. When we were up there, there's all sorts of old gun emplacements, the big concrete bunkers and stuff like that. Also, not far from here, and there is pictures on my website. Well, old pictures. I took some other ones last time I went. There is a proper underground bunker. Where like the ones that would have like housed, like government officials and royalty and what have you. It's on the north side of the river from Edinburgh. You can look for Scotland's secret bunker or something along that line. That is a really good one to walk around because I've been in that one a couple of times. Oh, is Junior mangling the phone? Can't take him anywhere. I assume it's not really as... No, it's the Eden Camp one in Yorkshire is definitely worth you a day trip to go and visit if you're out in that direction. I'm guessing that the windscreen wipers aren't automatic on this thing, but I want to be in that lane because we're turning off. I can put my indicators on if I hold it for the windscreen wipers, maybe. Ooh, flashes of lightning. Right, we're taking this turn off. Brakes, brakes, brakes. Ooh, ooh. Right, that vehicle slowed down, so I'm going to take that as the... Ooh, bugger. Uh-oh. We're gonna get wet. I don't know, if this truck had just not been here at this time, we would have been no problem at all. Turn it, turn it. Oh, P, right, 2 seconds, I'll get ourselves lined up again. P. Yay! An L for the lights. Well, it didn't make any difference, but we've got them on anyway. I can see the indicator on the dash there. Oh, and Frodo has started a Hunger Games. He's volunteered as tribute. And Frodo got... Oh, I haven't finished doing all the upgrades to make it so Ada can volunteer in your place. She can only do it to the first person. Who we got? Penguin from District 12, Royalty from District 7, me from 6, and Frodo from 5. But yeah, there'll be a 1 in 10 chance that Ada can volunteer in your place. However, you can only do it like once per game. At the minute, I've only configured it so it can do it to the person who initiates it. I'll see how much time I got tonight, maybe I might. It depends on how eager I am to get onto Stardew Valley. I'm trying to get my tools upgraded to the next level because I've got all the iridium weapons, the galaxy sword and what have you, and the galaxy hammer and stuff, but you can upgrade them again. But I need to get the materials to make the soul galaxy souls, or buy the galaxy souls. And I mean, I gathered up a good amount of uranium on the last Skull Cavern mission this afternoon. P will speed. All right, so I can change this. All right, so it cycles through. Can I see where the indicator is on the? I'll try to see if I can see where the.
Gentlemen, we have our victor, the winner of the Hunger Games, Frodo Lotter 33. Raise your three-finger salute for Frodo Lotter 33, the ultimate tribute who emerged triumphant from the arena. Your victory is a testament to your skill, resilience, and ability to dodge those pesky tracker jackers.
He cheated. He dodged them by using the ring. Rigged. Rigged. Yeah, I told you we were going to Hull. Oh, 2 seconds. I'm going to just hold the accelerator and sit up again because I'm sliding off my chair again. Oh, there we go. Slide the microphone back. Quickly grab the controls so I can stop us from hitting the barrier. Oh, the indicators are on the go. Should we just leave an indicator on just to put all the other drivers off? They won't know what we're going to do. They have no idea what we have planned. Oh, I can turn those blades off as well once we get around this corner. It was P. Hang on, let's just I want to cycle through this because when we do the light thing, you can see the switch. You can see the switch changing above the steering wheel for pointing at the different locations. Can we see any indication of the wiper button? Doesn't look like it. Remember, it doesn't have one like that in this truck. I mean, it would be on. It would probably be on one of these stalks anyway. I don't know. There it is. There it is. You can see it now underneath the wheel. If we just turn the wheel erratically, we can see it. Indicates left, crashes into the right lane. Yep. There's a fair amount of traffic behind us there. Oh, we got a 60 quid fine again. I'm sure it'll be fine. What happens if you run out of all your money? Tells you how long it would go. Did I hear someone say brake check? Was a couple of years ago, the last time like Rocky and I played Farming Sim together, and we were doing that, and I've got a clip of it where we're driving along and we're taking, I think we're taking the tools back or something like that, or one of the tractors back to base, and I just got out in front of him, slammed the brakes on. So we've got where indicators there, right? Have we got the hazard lights? Because I was trying to see if I could like press them both at the same time, maybe, and they might have put the hazards on. But somewhere on my YouTube channel, if you do a search within my channel for Flip It, and I think it's inside of that video there. Brakes. 700 quid fine just because we were doing 30 miles an hour over the limit? I don't know. Where's their sense of adventure? Hey, it's one thing, it's been daytime the whole time we've been driving, hasn't it? When I've seen other people play this, it's like just perpetually pitch black and you can't see anything, which is no good for you guys. Just staring at a, you know, just like staring at a blank screen like that. Out of the way. Oh, we just missed that ambulance there. Okay, is this where we get on the boat? I think that was the place we were going. So can we choose which one we want to get, so we can potentially go somewhere else and then drive the rest of the way? So where's that other bus going to take us to? We're going over here, aren't we? So would that take us here if we were to choose that other route? Is that where that other one is? We'll go with what... Oh, it doesn't tweet straight. So yeah, so if we went down there, we would have to drive all the way up north. I think we'll take that way, though. And fast travel. Kind of hope we could go like through the Channel Tunnel or something like that. I assume that's an option. Or does it just take you to the docks and you get on a boat? If they're not complicated it with the Channel Tunnel. Okay, so we want to go out to here. Oh, we're driving on the wrong side of the road now. What is it we're even hauling? Like rocket fuel. Is this your delivery, Frodo? Oh, I was kind of hoping we could get across before that truck got there, but you know. We didn't get a fine, so it can't be that. It couldn't have been that bad. How far off-road can you go on this? Oh, there's a fence only like 10 meters away from the road. Oh, it's not actually even letting me turn. It's like I'm against an invisible wall. Oh yeah, we were going to turn the wipers off, weren't we? I'll put the indicator on as well, just to confuse the enemy drivers. And brake. And am I going to choose the one with the most XP? Confirm. I was going to say it's got to face the other way, though, hasn't it? The enemy drivers. No one is. Engine malfunction. Please visit service soon. I mean, we only slightly flipped it. It's a rental. It's supposed to sound like that. To be honest, we could have drove it around forward, to be honest, I think, and turned it around that way. Should have put enough force behind it, it'll straighten up. Exactly, Happy Cat. Brute force is key. But back when I used to work in the hotel and we used to do like, you know, the cleaning around the reception area and hoovering around it at night and what have you, we had like one of these industrial type hoover things, and well, you know, I'm sure it wasn't meant to, but it certainly did work at being able to, with the hoover, like pushing chairs and tables and sofas and giant conference tables out of the way. You didn't have to, like, you know, didn't have to move them at all by hand, you know, you could just push them with a hoover. Break. Look at these two Muppets. $10 on this game. They should be truck sim free and get out. See, I would love to be able to get out. It's like on that SnowRunner stuff that you guys all seem to like. That one there, if you could get, even if there was like, say, like a 30-meter radius from your vehicle that you can get out and walk around, just if you could like take your rope and then tie it around the tree yourself, I would probably play that game. But we lost, or damage penalties, 400 quid. Does it tell me how much I got in fines though? Because there was at least a grand's worth of fines. That journey wasn't too bad. Okay, so what am I supposed to do with this then? It says I've got a point. Can I only put points into things where there's a picture? Because I do that and nothing seems to... What does this button do? I don't entirely know what this thing wants. Explosive train. We'll just do that. I don't know what's going on there. Okay, what sort of route have we got this time? So that's just the same route as what we've just done. Oh, there's a lot more pages. Anything that's I'm just feeling like not roads that we've just previously done. I mean, these are all out of the country. Those ones there. Oh, what happened there? Oh, triggers to flip between them. So that's the same route in reverse. Actually, there's something a little bit further afield. Let's do this one. Oh, it's not very far for that one, actually. Oh, it previews you on the map, at least. That's a super short trip. Let's see if we can find that first one that we did. Evening Porter, welcome in. Which one was it that I clicked on before? I think it was on like the first page or something. Let's go all the way back to the beginning. Maybe it's gone. Because some of them do say they only last a little bit. But what mischief are you getting yourself up to there, Porter? That's I think the one that we're going to try. We're going to try this one here and see what happens. But we're not doing too bad. We've had a slight crashing incident, but, you know, and we had 20 minutes trying to get the control to work. Oh, the sat-nav and everything's all on the wrong side of the vehicle now. Hang on, what's going on here? There we go. We've got it now. What was it? I'd like my right to remain silent. Oh, this is confusing. We're driving a vehicle which is all wrong. Well, have a good night there, Royalty. Thank you for coming in. You behave yourself now, and tell Chrissy you want some midnight hot chocolate. Doctor's orders. But you have a good night there, Air Royalty. I give Chrissy a clip round the ear for his cheek. Oh, Porter's going for the bouncy marry kill. Oh, hang on, we need to... No, we're not turning off. We're just going straight on this road.
Porter MG wants to bouncy with happy_cat_lady. Is all set to marry Vborn and are going to kill Craig Dav 1D.
You pulled Happy Cat. Is it woohoo? So, just what you were saying before, hang on, the sat nav that's on this, does it read it out at all? Or have I turned off all the things for that? Just so we don't miss a junction as we're going here.
Frodo Lotta 33. Your impeccable fashion sense will take a quirky turn. Embrace mismatched socks, neon-colored hats, and pants with too many pockets. You'll be a trendsetter in the world of eccentric fashion.
And there's your horoscope for today. And there is, right, if I press this button, will it actually pause the game? Hopefully, if not that, we've just ploughed into the truck. Let's go to options. I assume it's going to be an audio. So is this what you meant by the voice navigation? Before, when you were saying? Oh, that voice is incredibly annoying.
It's all over.
Never mind. I'll find a new route.
Oh, a bit snappy.
Where are you going? Make a U-turn.
Oh, that would be intensely annoying. Okay, well, we'll just have to add that one in then. Speed warnings. Yeah, why not? So, I got confused when you said it before. I'm thinking, does it connect to your microphone? Is it one of those games that does the voice commands?
Here we go.
Oh, can we get past this one? Please watch the speed limit. Okay, we will watch the speed limit. She never said we had to do anything about it. Can we crank her volume up? Because she's really low. Ah, that'll be this one here, I assume. Really? You're going to make me do every single point? Yeah. Oh, you all saw that. That's actually using the actual mouse. Audio. Voice navigation. Go back into audio and see if it's reset again. Nope. Alright, hopefully that's the right one.
Please watch the speed.
We are indeed watching it. C for cruise control, wasn't it?
Caution. Please mind the speed.
What is the speed limit for this road? This is a 43 limit. Oh dear.
Exit now.
It's okay, we've outrun the cops.
Please watch the speed.
Yeah, I mean, that's what put me off this game 2 years ago when I bought it. Happy Cat. The menu system was like, what the hell is going on here?
Caution. Please mind the speed.
It's the fuzz. Okay, so it says we've got 170 miles. We're watching the speed limit. And we're already exceeding it by, I don't know, a lot. We're doing 55 miles an hour in a 50 zone.
Go straight on.
Doesn't give you much heads up really on the...
Please mind the speed.
She's going to keep saying that, isn't she? Evening, Daft Phoenix, mate, and welcome in. Ooh, harvester. It's okay, this truck's a rental. It's supposed to clang like that. But welcome in there, mate.
Please watch the speed.
What mischief are you getting yourself up to there? We are trying the Euro Truck Sim for the first time this evening.
Caution. Please.
Oh, try to see how close I can get to the that cop car there. No, these lot here, they all drive on the wrong side of the road.
Caution. Please watch the speed.
Now, if this was Grand Theft Auto, you get like a bonuses, don't you, for like near side swiping cars? It was Grand Theft Auto that you could do that in, wasn't it?
Caution. Please mind the speed.
So close. If they would explode. Alright, this one's a wiggly bit.
Caution. Please watch the speed.
She's determined to tell us I might have to turn off that speed limit thing.
Caution. Please mind the speed.
So can we adjust the cruise control, like speed it up or slow it down with the keyboard? I know that in my Mazda, the cruise control, I could adjust the speed up and down, like with the thumbstick.
Caution. Please watch the speed.
Only going a little bit over. We'll have to slow right down in a minute anyway because we want to turn off here. It sounds like something's broken.
Exit left.
There you go, we'll even put the indicator on. So at some point on this mission we have to cross the water as well, don't we? There's another ferry to get. See, it says 110 kilometers. What's that in miles per hour though? Because our dashboard's displaying in miles per hour, but the signs will be in kilometers. Can we change that in any of the menus? There must be... you reckon gameplay? There's way too many options. Is that with length units, but is that speed units as well? We'll try it. We'll try it. Yep, it's now got kilometers an hour on the... It's 85 and we'll go 110.
Please mind the speed.
Well, no, it's at 110. We're doing 80, we're doing 90. We've still got 20 to play with.
Caution. Please watch the speed.
Let's turn the cruise. Oh no, maybe it's not. Turn the cruise control on, but there's a right angle. A right angle turn coming up. So whilst I'm making my way to whatever that is the name of the place that we're going to, what sort of trouble is you all got lined up for tomorrow? See, if we're going to be like a proper truck driver though, we need to be right on this fella's bumper, at least a millimetre away, or less if we can do it. Oh, we just missed that there. Is that more work for Frodo and in Phoenix? Back on the rocket fuel for Frodo. Minecraft mall building. Oh, yeah, back on Minecraft. Minecraft again. I was on the phone, and then 1 minute you were there, next minute you weren't. But then I saw the message saying that your computer crashed. I mean, Mr. Smith pulling the cables out again. You see. Can't tell you, Ada. It's. Oh, hang on, what did she ask you? What's the most profound and life-changing realisation you've had, Happy Cat? Surely it's some kind of combination of cakes and chocolates. Okay, where's the doodad for getting on the boat? Straight ahead. Oh, did they full on explode, Penguin? Okay, which routes are these? That would take us all the way. Oh, no, where we were going. I can't remember where we were going. This is a problem. Should we go to the north, the most northern place, and then it'll just take us to wherever we need to be? Because I can't remember where it is we were taking this bus. So we'll work on the. We'll work as if it's the most complicated way to take it. It's okay. We're not paying for the fuel. It's on the company. Our company expects the delivery very soon. Hang on, let's press F5. Yeah, this was not the place to get off. Right, let's go. Okay, what's our limit here? I'd quite like to do a one, like if there was a route where it took the map end to end. Like the longest possible journey in this. Can we get a full world map up on screen? Ah, we can. Does this tell us where we are? Yeah, we should have taken that first bus, because all the way up here. So we're right on the speed limit. So how far have we got to go now? It says 500 kilometers. What could possibly go wrong? I keep on hearing like a funny noise. Is something broken? smile for the camera. So we have half a tank of fuel, which hopefully should be enough considering we've taken the slightly longer route on the boat. So apart from this one, this is the Euro one. Well, I got this one and a couple of DLCs all for £1 a couple of Christmases ago. And then there was a Colonial one as well, which I've never downloaded yet. But same again, I got that with a handful of DLCs just for £1. So how does, if anyone's got like both of them, how does that one compare? What's that? What is yellow plus yellow? Twice as much yellow as what you previously had? Oh, hang on out, we're in the 80 zone now. Now we're doing 60. Come on, more power. 72. 74. 5, 6, 7. Just poised over the C button once we get to 80. If we get to 80. Ah, I just seen something change on that. So right, that tells me that at least then that it's engaged. The automatic pilot. So is there a button to raise and lower the cruise control speed as we're driving, or do we have to get to that speed then lock it? Can we get up there where those houses are? See, straight ahead. Haven't played any of them now for years. Last time I did, I used Cheat Engine to fly across the map. Now I'd be curious, just to, you know, like how we did with Alan Wake. I'd be curious to examine the map to see how far they go, or is it just like 20 meters away from the road and then it just drops off the edge of the universe? But we also have Hunger Games in progress. Exclamation mark Hunger Games. So I'm coming in from District 12, Penguin's coming in from District 3. Happy Cat Lady from District 6. I'm going to have to, probably saying like District whichever, I'm going to have to get it to pull what the flavour is for each of the districts as well, aren't I? I know that we put it in chat a little bit ago, but I can't remember. Other than like coal for District 12, I can't remember offhand which district had what, because I mean, there's like a fishing one, there's a there's a wood one, isn't there? There's like a textiles one, a military stuff one. It's very dodgy to divide everything up the way they do. Because surely all the districts could potentially harbour coal. And what happens when District 12's coal reserves run out? They're going to rename another District 12. Oh, the games have begun. Who's going to be the first one to go? The Penguin. The Penguin who wins most of these has been taken out in the first round.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have our victor. The winner of the Hunger Games. Frodo Lotta 33. The cheers are tinged with unease as Frodo Lotta 33 emerges as the victor of the Hunger Games. They won by exploiting their opponent's weaknesses, manipulating their emotions, and leaving behind a trail of broken spirits.
Is that a double win for Frodo this evening on the Hunger Games? I was kind of hoping we could smash through that barrier as well. Turns out it's a very tough barrier. Frodo slipped there. He's using the ring, man. You win again, Frodo. Okay, should I be worried that that bit in the middle of my dashboard is now red and not blue? There's a little red line to the side of the screen there as well, above the sat-nav. Oh, this is certainly a place for a roundabout. Ooh, wrong button. It's just, Frodo. What could possibly go wrong? I mean, I'm struggling to accelerate here. Is that an issue? It says the speed limit's 80 and we're doing 71. Let's press the cruise control button and see if we can maintain it. Taking a bit of the scenery. I don't think we're going to be able to overtake this vehicle in time. Oh, that's the old bill as well. Right, let's just... Good evening, get me words out about story. Good evening, Deadly Satan. Oh, hang on, something went wrong there. Engine malfunction. Uh-oh. But welcome in there, mate. Thank you for joining us. Tonight, I am trying the Euro Truck Sim for the first time. But how goes the hunt? Tomorrow, we will be on the Hunter, and we will be going for the... Oh, crikey, what the hell is it? It is a fallow deer, the current new flavour of grape one, isn't it? We're gonna start our grind, stick a few tents around. I have to lift up some of my tents on New Zealand, actually, when I think about it, because I'm at the max limit for the red deer hunting that I've been doing for the past year on there. Ever seen this game? The hunt's been good. You're on the Hunter now. I haven't been playing the Hunter that much recently. Because unfortunately, the fella that I normally play the Hunter with doesn't really speak to us anymore, so like, it just sort of like went away, unfortunately. But back on it tomorrow. It must have been about 3 weeks since I last played. And last time I played the Hunter on stream, we didn't exactly play it because we were looking for exploits in the game. Like, so the safari type lodge, I forget its name. That one there. She's gonna keep telling us about this speed limit, isn't she? Let's put the cruise control on. Because I found a bit where you could get out of the lodge, and we walked to the edge of the map. I think I put some pictures on Discord for the edge of the map when it just descends into a cliff, and when you jump off, the game doesn't know what to do. you've got to like Alt and F4 to get out of it. But not a problem there, mate. As soon as Ada spots you, it pops one in there for you. But for those of you joining us for the first time there tonight, though. We stream every night in sort of themed nights. You can see the full schedule over on Discord, or the current lineup for the rest of the week. Oh, hang on, which way am I turning here? No, wrong way. No, break. The current lineup for this week is, of course, the Hunter tomorrow. We'll be continuing Batman on Wednesday. we have the next episode of Alan Wake, which will also include the behind the scenes for that episode on Thursday. Mandatory Mass Effect Friday. Let's get through that. Mandatory Mass Effect Friday. We are starting Fallout New Vegas, which will be our Saturday game going forward. And next Sunday, we are having a bash of Destiny 2. And then on the Monday, we're going to have another bash at No Man's Sky. I really need to... So when I started streaming the 3 and a bit years ago, I had themed nights. And we've kind of broken away from those themed nights now. I kind of need to work out what the themes actually are now, because Monday tends to fall in kind of like survival-y strategy games. And granted, this one isn't one of those. But we do a lot of those sorts of games on Mondays now. I'm really looking forward to doing Fallout New Vegas on Saturday there, since we finally finished the very broken Assassin's Creed 2. Ooh, bugger. Oh, just as well the barrier cupped us this week. Actually, can we do that? Oh no, I better not, because the engine's already broken. I think, can we just ride the barrier all the way around this corner? Funny, I need to do some more for the so it is a fallow deer, isn't it? I keep forgetting what the which flavour is the current one. I got the red deer great one ages ago. I'm partway through a grind for a second one. But I'm taking a break from that so that I can play. Oh, we're supposed to turn off there, so that way I can do have a go for the new one. Right, what to find? Oh, it says we can still go this way. Yep, let's go Alan Wake. And all this glory, mate. Welcome in, mate. How are you doing there tonight? You joined us tonight. This is my first time playing the Euro Truck Sim 2.
Please mind the speed.
And we're having arguments with this sat-nav here.
Please watch the speed.
But the delivery's going to be late unless we floor it. You're knackered tonight.
Please mind the speed.
I don't think I'll be staying up too late tonight. Normally, once I finish the stream, I've been like watching Stargate and playing Stardew Valley on my tablet, and I don't think I'm going to be doing that super late tonight. I want to check. I want to check that I've downloaded Destiny 2, because I know I downloaded it, but I think I may have uninstalled it. So I might have to set my computer away to re-download that through the night for Sunday. Can we get past this police car? Oh, the fuzz is after us. An easy guy, welcome in and thank you for the raid. Hope you guys have been causing plenty of trouble. Average PC parts, welcome in. Flip it. We've almost flipped it a couple of times, but so far we've managed to roughly stay on course. I might have to get a new Xbox controller, because my left trigger here, when I'm releasing it, it's staying stuck in and then it's popping out. But you're joining us tonight for Euro Truck Sim.
Please mind the speed.
And an annoying sat-nav that keeps on telling us that we're going too fast. But, you know, the speed limits are optional. I hope you guys have had a good night. Were you on the farming sims, or were you on the snow runner abomination tonight? It's called well, we discovered we can press C for cruise control as well. Uh-oh. Engine malfunctioned. Visit service soon. Remember we overheated. We press C. It's not for cruise control, it's for crash. But welcome in there, everybody. As I say, tonight we are on this one for the first time. After half an hour or so, or 20 minutes, half an hour of arguing with the controller and getting it to work, it hasn't been too bad. Not as bad as what I thought it was going to be. I had visions at the start when we couldn't get the control to work of like we probably just would have played Minecraft. Engine malfunction. Visit service center soon. Wow, this is not good. We've still got a fair bit of mileage to cover here. May have had something to do with that we got on the wrong boat, but we didn't know where we were going. Like, we had no idea which city we were going to, and that the first option would have taken us right to it. But it's alright, it's a rental truck, it's not ours. It's supposed to sound like that. Well, for those of you just joining us, we stream every night. You can see the full schedule over on Discord, or the lineup for the week ahead. Tomorrow we will be on The Hunter, a bit of Batman on Tuesday, continuing our Alan Wake stories on Thursday. We have mandatory Mass Effect Friday. New game for Saturdays is Fallout New Vegas, which I'm really looking forward to doing that one again. I've only ever played New Vegas once, and that was on the Xbox 360. I've only had one playthrough of it, and that was long ago. Destiny 2, which is another one that we haven't streamed before. I played a lot of Destiny 1, but I've never really played Destiny 2 other than I fired it up once just to have a quick go for a minute. And then a bit of No Man's Sky next Monday. We still have 380 kilometers to go with a broken engine. We don't entirely need an engine, do you? We can always get out and push. Ooh, up the hill. We've definitely taken the windy route to get where we need to be. Actually, can we just check the real world map for a moment? Yeah. See, when we got on the boat here, we should have gone straight across here. Even this route would have been better. There, but we thought, oh, we'll just take this one up here. Oh, look at all these windy roads coming up as well. Before we even get a chance to go across there, because of course there's no through road. Let's press the cruise control button. Save my trigger. What is with these nights tied it? Oh, hang on, the engine's stalled again. We're not going to be able to do this, are we? Oh, there's Ada putting in all the shout outs for the folk. You can't all speak, you know, you don't all have to hide. Oh, this is really struggling to get up the hill. Oh, come on. Do you think we're going to make this extra 360 kilometers? Oh, something is really wrong. At these speeds, I don't think we're going to. I don't think we're going to have enough momentum to flip it. I can't get above 28 kilometers an hour now, it would seem. May have to call out for a tow. Not a problem there, Deadly Satan, mate. Was that, we don't buy Adamite, though. It's always the same, though. They never speak. Or even the police are always overtaking us. Oh, we're getting a little bit of speed now. We're going downhill.
Caution. Please mind the speed limit.
Yeah, we may have slightly knackered the engine, Mr. V. Oh yeah, we may have. I don't know. I don't know what we're hauling. 2 seconds. I'll get around this corner. and we'll have a look out the window. So it's something that's in a big box there, so it's not rocket fuel, I don't think. That normally comes in tanks.
Please mind the speed.
I don't know actually. When we selected the mission, I don't even know what it was. It clicked it because of the location that we were driving between. I thought it would be an interesting drive as opposed to the Edinburgh, Carlisle, Newcastle that we did for the first, like, what, three or so missions at the start of the stream.
Caution. Please mind the speed.
But we'll go a little bit further. Well, the engine's given out, but we're still maintaining
Caution.
velocity.
Watch the speed.
So is there a way that we can see what is actually damaged? Because all I can see is on the top of the sat nav there is like a picture of the truck, and it's like half filled up with red. Oh, and the peril indicator as well is quite low as well.
Caution. Please mind.
We've done very well for our driving easy. Well, hang on, can we... Brakes. At this time we'll actually stop as we go through here and not just floor it through it. Can we get our stuff fixed here, or is this just solely for petrol? Press E. Press and hold the following keys to fill up with fuel. Hold A. It's nearly at the top. £1,000. Nearly 2,000 quid on fuel. Start the engine. Press F. Oh, I think that's indicator. Oh, it's the hazard lights. Yeah, we'll keep those on. That's probably for everyone's safety. Oh, do you mean the F keys? Right, hang on. Right, I'll cycle through them. So F5 I know is the sat nav. F6 says cargo is just a container. Doesn't say what's in it. Damage. Alright, damage 2% to the cargo, 9% to the trailer, and 40% to the bit of the front. Vehicle service. Oh, visit service station immediately. View services and adjustments, press A. Okay. But we haven't completely stopped, so we don't need to call a tow, do we? Yeah, we should be fine. See, F8, no short messages, and chat is currently not available on the other one. Okay. The area with the span. All right, hang on, right. Just pause for a second there again. Can we see on the world map? So where are we? Does it show us where the nearest spanner is? I'm just waiting for the response. I mean, it might be so someone there we can get repaired. That's quite a. Oh, that's a bit of a spaghetti junction there, isn't it? Is there a spanner up here? Maybe we'll just skip that town and we'll take the risk. Is there anything on the road here? I mean, it's not too far. It's only 300 kilometers. Gonna owe them more than the price of the job. It's a rental easy. It's supposed to sound like that. Oh, I hope this vehicle makes it. Clangs over the finish line. All the vehicles are overtaking us now. We just can't maintain speed. Ah, right, on the dashboard. So is that actually accurate? Is the oil oil temperature thing all the way at the top. Is that supposed to be like that, or is that just a cosmetic? Because lots of the other things on the dashboard have like been accurate. Is there any other warning indicator lights that we should be looking out for?
Get ready to turn right.
Or at least it told us the corner's coming up a little bit in advance this time.
Turn right.
Out of the way. They didn't need that sign anyway. It's a quiet road. Oh, engine malfunction. Hang on. Let's get it in gear. Oh, there's a spinny bit coming up by the looks of the sat nav there. Oh, there's underground as well. So there's no possibility of cutting the corner, just flying out of it.
Caution. Please mind the speed.
So how's the little baby one been doing there? He's not picked out a name for the little chick yet. I'd like to get 2 more. What are the little tiny flavoured ones? I can't remember the name of the ones. But definitely the next chick is going to be called Pie.
Exit now.
Oh, who put that barrier there? Bloody game developers. No name yet. After we did where chicken streamed the other night, Mayhem is wanting to get chickens now. I didn't realise how long we'd actually, because that was we were there for quite a few hours, just playing with the girls, having them sitting on my knee in the shed. Oh, look at that bus, flooring it. As the passengers scream. If we drop the load, could we get there a bit faster? Oh, hang on, the engine's cut out again there. Oh, we're supposed to use the headlights. And do it without story. Mr. V, thank you so much. 5 months of madness, mate. Oh, hang on, break. Because these barriers, you can't fly through them. But thank you so much for the sub there, mate. 5 months of madness. Ooh, break. A little further forward. Visit service centre. Pay €7. Oh, here we go. Let's go. before the barrier comes down. But once again, thank you so much again there, mate, for the sub. I know, as I keep on saying, I never know how to thank all of you. You're all completely mad. I only hope that you enjoy our nightly madness. Or at least I drive you guys mad. Especially when I'm doing games like this or farming sim. In farming sim, we don't play it like the normal farming sim. Ooh, should I be feeling that vibration in the controller?
Please mind the speed.
215 kilometers to go, and then we have to park it up. And the rule that we've set is we have to park it up using the highest XP option.
Please watch the speed.
Well, the engine's cut out again. If we can just maintain the speed, and we can turn it back over again.
Caution. Please mind the speed.
42% damage. I wish it told us in like proper time and not like this compressed version of time. The how long it would take us to get to the destination. So the minute it says 2 hours and 53 minutes. It also says a headlight light offense. Alright, I was supposed to put the headlights on. I don't even think the headlights are working. They're probably not. I can't imagine them still being intact. At least we're picking up some speed now. We're 84 miles an hour. Let's press the cruise control button and see how long it lasts before the engine cuts out. Alexa, turn off lamp.
Caution. Please watch the speed limit.
Ooh. Oh, we picked up some speed from that.
Caution. Please mind the speed.
Alexa, turn on lamp.
It almost actually said turn on lamb. We're hanging out and the engine's malfunctioned again. So that we all driving up me next month. Well, we definitely missed the deadline for the thing. Because we went to the completely wrong port. And now we're travelling like hundreds of miles. Well, it was like 600 odd kilometres, isn't it, that we had to travel now south because we got the wrong boat. We're turning off here.
Right.
The Gerva Jickelstan. Should we put indicators on? Is it too late for it? Oh, come on. Get us up this hill. I think we're caught on the barrier. Come on, you can do it. Can we like pull over and stop? And like it go through to the next day, just so we're getting dark.
Turn left.
So that's it. When I've seen other people stream it, it just seems like they're just perpetual darkness. It's just no good when you're trying to see it. Like so when I play the hunter, I never stream a hunt on the night time unless we're like showing something like particular for like 5 minutes, because you can't see a bloody thing. You can smell the burning from here. In ramming speed, Frodo. I think it's supposed to sound like that though, isn't it?
Caution. Please watch the speed limit.
What's the speed limit? We need every little ounce of speed we can get, mate. 122 kilometers to go. It says 1 hour and 55. So these minutes, right? How are they counting down? So let's see.
Caution. Please mind the speed limit.
3 seconds per minute. So if it says 1 minute and 50 seconds, it's gonna, in theory, if we don't massively crash, times that by 3, and that should be how long it should take us to get there. Oh, hang on, I think I have to stop here, bloody toll roads. Can we not tailgate somebody? Hang on.
Caution. Please mind the speed limit.
There you go. It's free. We didn't even have to stop or lose momentum.
Caution.
sat-nav yawning there, or my character yawning? Oh, hang on, the bed icon is full now. It's gone completely blue. Take it that means our character is sleepy. Well, you should have slept on the boat.
Please watch the speed.
I mean, our character is clearly a call girl. So she should be used to staying up all through the night. Oh, hang on, the engine's cut out again. There we go. Yeah, that does knack in Mr. V. Oh, come on, more power.
Caution. Please mind the speed.
Just a few seconds, sure, it'll be fine. The engine was the engine will stall anyway. Years ago, when I used to work at the hotel, I'd pulled a ludicrously long shift, and I'd also at multiple lodges all over the north of England. And I remember driving past Chesley Street, and I closed my eyes for a second, as if I was blinking, and then I opened my eyes and I was in a different lane. So I pulled over for a little bit, and then I actually stopped into one of our other hotels, and I sat in their bar. I had a cup of tea for a bit and some cereal before continuing the journey home. Oh, this is not a speed trap, is it? Exactly. That was a crazy one, that one as well. I'd done the night shift in Newcastle, and then I'd done the the previous day I'd done the afternoon shift in oh, what the hell was it? It was one of the lodges which was down towards Yorkshire. So I had to get down there for that shift. Then I did a night shift at the Newcastle one, and then I had to go down to another one which was down in Yorkshire to do the afternoon shift and half of the morning shift as well. Oh bugger! We took the wrong lane. We'll have to pay this time. Floor it. Then I was driving back, and then as I say, it was just a case of like, you know, head down, open the eye. Luckily, it was a really, really wide section of road. It was the middle of the night, so luckily there was nobody there. Because the wide bit where you go through Chesley Street on the A1 or the A19? It's one or the other. I think it's A1 for that bit there. Yeah, it probably will be. If you don't rest, your screen... Oh, we actually pass out on the wheel. Oh, can we make these 30 kilometers before we pass out? Come on, we can do it. So if you pass out with the wheel, then does it all of a sudden become daytime? It just as a side note, though, I mean, looking out at the sky over there, it looks really nice. The colours in the sky is what you can see over there, like that slight haze. At least you're smart enough to try and wake up before. Yes, I pulled over because there was plenty of space in Chesley Street just to duck off the motorway for a minute. And then I said I continued on to Newcastle, the main one I was at the time. Went in there, and you know the staff in there were fine. You know, they work with them for years anyway. So I just sat and swiped some cereal, cup of tea, and what have you. I think I just sort of like dozed in there for a couple of hours before the final like 10-mile trek home.
Get ready to turn right.
Okay, I think we're almost here. So it says 4 kilometers. I'm guessing we can't jump the barrier.
Turn right.
Is it supposed to make that noise? Right, we didn't go far enough out before we turned on that one. character's definitely getting sleepy. Our engine's definitely getting worse. Oh, come on and get... Oh, if the engine was to completely fail on this final stretch.
Turn right. Turn right, and then continue straight on.
Or just gently does it.
At the roundabout, take the second exit.
Well, this reminds me of a roundabout in Aberdeen. Okay, they didn't need those signs anyway. Oh, let's find the... Oh, we were supposed to be on that road. Okay, we'll just go this way again. Yeah, I guess we were supposed to go straight over there, weren't we? If we could just jump the barrier. Can we get through here? No, I bet that'll stop us straight away. I don't think they've put those sorts of physics in the game. Doesn't look like anywhere here. Oh, it's invisible walled as well. After all that, the last thing you want to do is flip it.
Turn left.
I'm curious to see what XP we're going to get from this journey.
Turn left.
Just coasting down the hill here.
Turn right. You have arrived at your destination.
Yay!
Guidance is now finished.
Okay, we have to go for the most awkward spot. Confirm. Hang on, which way is the cab? Okay, so the cab has to be facing out. Surely if we just get the right angle, we'll be able to turn this all the way around. Yeah, they're going to want compensation from us. Oh, something does not sound good. Oh, it says we're getting tired and the screen's blanking out? And the engine's cutting out? This is going to add layers of complication to what we're doing here. Hang on, come on. Turn it. Gently does it. We hit the barrier there, it's alright. Forward gear. What have we hit? Alright, let's just try and turn it a little bit further this way then. Put it in for first. A little bit of power and hopefully we can get past that barrier thing. What have we hit? I can't see out in the mirror that would... Definitely hitting something here. Like a pedestrian or something. Right, let's go for plan B, power. Let's just... No. if the engine will will last it. We must be hitting that thing there. Okay. Put it in reverse. We should have just driven out of the place and reversed into it. In fact, is that an option? Can we get past that other truck, do we think? Oh, we're battling against blacking out here as well. Oh, hang on. The other trailer is moving. Oh no. Oh no, the shipment of eggs is never going to make it. Okay. Oh, we're going the wrong lane. I think that you won't do about... Yeah, it's I'm trying to see if I can just get it. Oh, there goes the engine again. Come on, come on. Restart the engine. Oh yeah, we bollocks that up totally though. Determined. If it takes us all night, we're going to do it. If we pass out, what happens then? Will it just advance time by a couple of hours or something? Just have to be facing this direction that they want. Right, let's just try and get it straightened up here. Before the engine completely gives out. Well, actually, if I go that way, there might be enough space to turn it. I just saw there was another bit over there. Alright, I'm going to try that. There's a wider bit at the other end, so we might be able to get a bigger turning circle on it. Oh, look at this muppet. Nah, you got to do it properly easy. If you could get out and walk around the truck, that would be a different matter. Oh, come on. Unstick. Oh, we're properly wedged in here. Oh, I didn't think the engine was going to restart that time. Come on. More power. I think we're maybe stuck on that truck. And we are slowly moving forward. Oh, we can turn off the sleepy option. Come on. We can unjam this truck. It is slowly going forward. If we could just get it past the point where it's stuck. Oh, here we go, here we go, here we go. Right, this time I'm going to try and get us into that space. No, we're stuck on something else now. Bloody porta cabin. Right, forward. Right, let's just put full that way. Get us into this corner as best we can. Just try and get... Of course, the engine cutting out doesn't help matters. Right, just try and get there, and then... We're going to hit that pipe again. I can see it in the mirror. Because there's a big pipe thing that's sticking down. I'll go to the outside just so you can see what I'm talking about. If I can figure out which one of these is the outside camera. There's a one where you could... See that bit over there? That's where we're kind of getting knackered with. So you get it further back and further across. Oh, that made matters worse. Oh no. Can we accelerate and maybe just bash it past? Oh, come on. Ah, we did it. Technically. Now I just need to remember which way we have to go to reverse it. Until the line goes green. It says we can press Y. No, it's gone all tits up. Alright, let's just drive to where that lamppost is. And it should be straightened up by then. Assuming the engine doesn't keep cutting out. I hate reversing these sorts of things. I can never tell which way you're supposed to bloody turn it. I mean, come on, surely they can unload the bloody stuff here. They're just being awkward. Oh, stop. We did it! But we still managed to be positive on the XP somehow. So, it was late, apparently. I'm not surprised. Late penalty is at 19 hours late. Damage of 4 and a bit. So the damage wasn't too bad. There is it. Wasn't that bad. Let's click on this button to see what we get. It doesn't tell you anything here. So it's no different than the way Frodo drives. So you know. Can we drag that? Wasn't after it. Yeah, I mean that first half an hour was a real pain in the ass because of the whole. Well, the menu systems on this game are absolutely an absolute abomination. That can't be denied. The menu systems in here are absolutely terrible. Let's press some buttons here, though. But once again, thank you everybody for joining this evening. Thank you for for the follow trains and aviation. What should we do? We haven't done train sim for a little bit. Should we do train sim in a few weeks if it's still on Game Pass? But easy guys, well, thank you for the raid, and Mr. V as well. Thank you so much for the 5-month sub. Thank you so much there, mate. I'm going to press some buttons here now, though. And I say tomorrow night we'll be back with the Hunter, where we're going to be starting our grind for the new Great One. Who is online that we can go and say hello to? I wish I knew who this person was. They must have changed their name. Every time I see them on, I've got no idea who this name is. I'm gonna have to. They must have changed it because even the thumbnail, the picture doesn't look like what I recognise. Should we keep it with the trucks? Should we go and say hello over here and keep it with the trucks? Yeah, we'll do that. So once again, thank you everybody for joining tonight for a new game. We will give this one another bash, I think, down the line. We'll try and do it multiplayer. I don't know what happens in multiplayer, but we'll you know, what could possibly go wrong? Oh shit, wrong button. It's all gone screwy. Who is this person? See, they're not even speaking. I'm just trying to figure out who this person is here. Okay, we'll go with Plan B. So once again, thank you all for watching. Have a good night, and we'll see you all next time. Thank you for joining me today. If you are enjoying our journey and would like to see more, then please rate, comment, favourite and subscribe in whichever manner your chosen platform allows. If you are joining us on Twitch, Mixer or YouTube, where we have loads more for you to watch, from our live streams to all our episodes across our various series. You can also drop by and say hi over on Discord, where we chat about everything from Minecraft to books and movies to tabletop games. But most importantly, thank you very much for watching and have a lovely day.